This is called Theresa's Italian meatloaf because it's Theresa's recipe. Let's go through this very simple recipe, very few ingredients, but we do have pork and beef, 6 garlic cloves and 3 eggs, some chopped parsley, but we also have some dried parsley, salt and pepper of course, and about 12 slices of bread, and some breadcrumbs as well, Italian style breadcrumbs. Now we're going to go ahead and cut off only the top crust of the bread of the 12 slices, and we'll break it up. Now you do need a couple of big bowls to do this with, so here we're using one bowl, breaking up the bread, and we're going to take a cup of water and soak the bread, let it rest for a while. Just kind of mush it up a little bit, let it rest, and then we'll take a sieve and any excess water that was in there, we'll squeeze it out. Just plop it into another bowl. Now let's get the meat ready. There's the pork in the middle, the beef on the sides, and we've got actually here 3.5 pounds, so we're going to make 2 loaves. We're going to freeze one of the loaves and bake the other. So now we want to break this up also. Now the idea is not to work the meat too much because that toughens the meat. Try to keep all the kneading down to about 5 minutes, no longer than that. So the first kneading is going to take place here where we're going to combine the bread, and we'll have breadcrumbs on the side in case we need more. Now here we're putting in dried parsley and garlic. Now the garlic, dice it up. We had 6 cloves of garlic, and salt, a tablespoon of salt, and half a tablespoon of ground pepper. Now comes parmesan, grated cheese, and we're using about half a cup of that. We'll be doing this a couple of times because we need that, then add some more until you use up those ingredients. We're just trying not to knead it too much. And if it's a little bit soggy, we can add some breadcrumbs like this right here. We just added some because it was just a little bit loose. So this tightens it up. Now we're going to put our eggs in there, 3 eggs. You can beat them a little bit first, or I kind of prefer to throw them into the meat right away and just start working it in. Now we're putting in some fresh parsley as well, and we'll be doing this a couple of times, and that's going to be about all the kneading that we're going to do. I guess we need a little bit more cheese, and you kind of want to go by how good it smells. If you've got plenty of fresh parsley and cheese, it's a wonderful scent. Now there's the loaf, and the other one we're just going to give it 2 wraps. Here, 1 wrap first, nice and tight, put it in the freezer. Press down the other one. Again, that scent, that smell that you get from the combination of the parsley, the cheese, the garlic, that's what you're looking for. If it's got that nice good smell, then you're on the right track. Start out with those ingredients that we gave you and just add a little more or a little less according to how you feel. The second time around you'll do it a little bit better. Okay, now here is the second wrap, and we're going to go ahead and throw that in the freezer, and we'll bake it next week. Now we're going to set our oven for 350 degrees, and we're going to be using, now we put a little ketchup on the top there. In another recipe, another video rather, I'm going to give you a recipe for some sauce that you can add to the meatloaf. But for now, just try plain old ketchup. It always works. It's nice. Now we put a thermometer in there, but we're gonna bring out this electronic thermometer that's got an alarm on it, so that when it hits 145 degrees internal temperature, it's going to let us know. Here's the probe, and we want to put the probe in the middle, away from the edges. Try to get it into the middle of the meat. Don't let it touch the bottom or the sides. Close it up. Now you see the temperature went down to 67 degrees because now it's inside the meat, and we're looking for 145, but I'll tell you, really what we're looking for is 155. Now here we're already up to 116. It's been about 45 minutes, and here we're almost an hour and it's 152. And now it's about an hour and 5 minutes and we're at 155. We'll go ahead and take it out. And we're going to give it a taste. We're going to take it to the table just like it is, right in that glass baking container, and we'll cut it up over at the table and plate it. And I can tell it's very juicy just looking at it. But let's put a fork in it and just test it. Oh yeah, just right. So at 350, that was an hour and 5 minutes and an internal temperature of 155 degrees. And there you have it, Theresa's Italian meatloaf. Enjoy.